3-yard line and is forced out of bounds on the far side at the Calgary Stampeders bench. Starting quarterbacks are brought to you by Game Day Men's Health West Edmonton. Get back to feeling yourself today. Call 780-800-4448 to book your free testosterone test. 2 for 6 for 26 yards in a short stint last week in Langford. Cody Fajardo went 2 series in that game and produced a field goal. Got things started on the way to a win over the Lions. The Brea, California native played 18 last year, started at 13, ran for 7 and threw for 14 more. He'll start 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line, takes the snap and drops back, throws over the top. That is complete right away to the 50-yard line, and that should be close to a first down as it goes to Brendan O'Leary Orange, who makes his first reception as a member of the Edmonton Elks.
I think Brendan O'Leary Orange was a sneaky little signing by Ed Hervey in the offseason. And Fajardo, he's just going to look off the safety, look to his left, freeze that safety, and go down the middle to O'Leary Orange for 10 yards and a first down.
At the Elks 50, Fajardo waves his hands, takes the snap. He'll give that to Justin Rankin. He'll kick it out to the right side. He'll get across midfield. There's a first down into the Calgary 40. First time he touches the ball. First big run for number 5.
That is quite special. In midseason form is one Justin Rankin. And nice job. He did a great job of going up the middle. Not much there, but gets a nice block because Carter O'Donnell did a good job. I mean, he kind of beat at the point of attack, but then was able to get his footing, and that allowed him to kind of seal the edge. And Justin Rankin rumbles for 19.
Taken down by Ike Larson in the defensive backfield, and there's a quick pass again to O'Leary Orange. He makes the tackle. He'll get about 3 or 4 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Parking my car tonight, I found a guy who was asking questions about where to park, and it turns out it was Ike Larson's dad who'd driven up from Utah to watch his son play here against the Elks as a member of the Calgary Stampeders. Feeling pretty good about the camp he's had. Hopes, obviously, that he makes the team. So it's nice to talk to a proud dad of Ike Larson of the Calgary Stampeders pregame. Saw him at the tailgate after, too, and he was having a good time, so good for him. It is 2nd and 5 coming up for the Elks. Fajardo takes the snap, quickly releases, and that's complete again. That's another first down as the ball goes close to the 25-yard line on the play, and that is caught.
TJ Luther.
Yeah, TJ Luther with the reception to get the first down for the Edmonton Elks.
Fajardo working very quickly again. Another situation where he just looks off a defender and then throws it quickly across the middle. Luther able to snag that for a first down. That is the 3rd first down on this drive here for the Elks.
He had 1 catch for 22 yards last week in BC. Here's the handoff to Rankin, caught behind the line of scrimmage. There's a flashback to last year for Justin Rankin, right? One big run and 1 run caught behind the line of scrimmage.
I have chills. I don't like that.
2nd and extra coming up for the Elks now. The ball is moved back to the 28-yard line. So make it 2nd and 13 now for Edmonton. No score early in this one. We're finally underway here at Clark after a 1-hour delay due to lightning storms in the area. Luther, after the catch, goes out wide to the right side. That's the wide side of the field for Cody Fajardo. He looks that way, then turns and dumps it off to Rankin. He'll get across the 20. He'll get across the 15-yard line. Somebody lost their helmet out there for the Elks. Mark Cordy picks it up. Luckily, his head wasn't in it, so he's okay. And that's a first down for the Elks as they move into the Conlon Motorsports Red Zone. Conlon Motorsports. Join them Saturday, June 6th for their 3rd annual Ride for Charity in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation. You know, inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
That almost looked like designed little screenplay, which we didn't see a lot last year with the Elks. And all Justin Rankin does take that 14 yards down to the Calgary 14.
Spruce Grove native and U of A grad Mark Cordy delivers it to Fajardo. He'll pull it away from Rankin. He'll roll to the right side himself. Now he's going to cut the corner. Slides inside the 10 to the 6-yard line.
That's right, Cody. It's preseason. You will slide, right? Yes. And that's a zone read, and it almost looked like there's a little tug of war. It looked like Rankin wanted the ball, but Cody tucked it and gets about 5 yards on the play. So ball on the 9.
Luther and O'Leary Orange back into the lineup now for the Elks as the fullbacks leave.
Thank you.
2nd and about 5 for the Elks. Ball's at the 9-yard line. O'Leary Orange moves across the line of scrimmage. There's the snap to Fajardo. He will throw. It is behind the receiver, but falling back to make the catch on it is T.J. Luther, his 2nd catch of the game, and that takes it inside the 5-yard line.
I think they're not marking a first down, though. It's
going to be very close.
Bigs are coming out as I see Jackson Morgan coming into the game now as an extra offensive lineman. O'Leary Orange exits. Cody Fajardo stays on this short yardage play.
I would say it's 3rd and less than 1 for the Elks here. Look at this. Fajardo's in the shotgun.
Is he just trying to get him offside, too?
Okay, now he's moving in. Moving back out now.
I think he's trying to draw him offside. Are they going to snap this ball? Yes.
Yes, they are. Fajardo has the ball. He throws, and it's knocked away at the line. Nice defensive play as it is made right just at the goal line inside the line by Anthony Johnson, the defensive back, as he knocked the ball away. And is that... The offense is kind of hanging around waiting for something to change, but it's not going to change, and they're going to head off the field. A good drive, but not a good finish to that drive. It remains scoreless. 9:22 to go in the first quarter of play here between the Elks and the Calgary Stampeders from Clark Stadium. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers Edmonton Elks football on 880 Chet. Right off, he'll start week 1. Starting tonight is 29-year-old Josh Love, 2nd-year player out of San Jose State, and he's got a long porch to deal with as he hands the football off to Dedrick Mills, who will move forward for a few yards. Starting quarterbacks are brought to you by Game Day Men's Health West Edmonton. Get back to feeling yourself today. Call 780-800-4448. All right, we think we got it all fixed now. Gord Hines down on the sidelines. Gord, how's it feel down there?
You know what? Feels great. I think my brain delay was a little longer than everyone else's, but, we're back in business. Pretty decent first drive. Not the way they wanted to end that first drive, obviously, but lots of positives to take away from.
And not what the Elks did. I mean, they moved the ball. Well, great defensive play at the end of that to knock the ball away from the receiver. Here's a 2nd down now for the Stampeders. That ball is thrown by Love. It goes incomplete, and it's going to be a quick 2-and-out forced by the Elks defense.
And there's a late flag, so see what that is. Malik Carney was talking with some members of the Calgary Stampeders, and they are pointing, the Stampeders are, towards the Elks side.
Never good.
So I will not predict the play here because let's just hear the ref or the penalty here. So
we'll wait and see what Justin McInnes has to say. Not sure if we'll be able to hear him or not.
Nice play by Joe DeBlanco, though. And in an area where is as good of a season as he had, he really struggled in pass coverage. That time did a great job of closing on the receiver and knocking that ball down.
Hunter was the intended target on the play by Love.
We have an unnecessary roughness penalty, misconduct, against Edmonton, number 2. We have a 10-yard misconduct penalty against Calgary, number 60. It'll be an automatic first down for Calgary.
And Malik Carney's hot. Like, he is still pointing towards the Stampeders offense.
Carney didn't play last week in Victoria. Gets his first chance to put on the green and gold in this one. As we go now, first and 10 from the 12-yard line. Another hand up the middle for Mills, I believe it is, starting at running back for the Stampeders, and he will get close to a first down. Looks like he'll be maybe a yard, maybe 2 yards short.
Fantastic season for Mills last year. We got an injured member of the Elks, I believe.
Who is the injured Elk? Let's see, he's got a couple of teammates. Jalen Garnes holding him up, and now it's Cordell Jackson takes a knee.
Oh, boy.
He was standing there, and Jalen Garnes had his arms around him, kind of holding him up, it looked like. And he's now taken a knee. And I think we're going to take a break here while the medical team looks after the Elks defensive most outstanding player from last year, Cordell Jackson. We're scoreless. 8:04 to go in the first quarter of play here at Clark Stadium. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers Edmonton Elks football on 880
Fancy Windows and
Physiotherapy Broadcast Center on 880 CHAD.
Morley Scott along with Dave Campbell back at Clark Stadium. No score in this one between the Elks and the Stampeders. Just under 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. And for the third time tonight.
Nice stick here on second and short.
Dedrick Mills gets the ball and gets stopped at the line.
It's preseason, but it's got Battle of Alberta tension here. There's a lot of pushing and shoving after the whistle.
We saw that last week in Langford, too, which kind of surprised me a little bit. Talked to David Beard this week, and I said, it's preseason. Is it still a Battle of Alberta? And he just said, yep.
Remember last year's preseason game in Calgary, and the Elks got dominated in that game. I think that was a little bit of message sending too, right? So you can leave your calling card a little bit. They won't see each other until Labor Day after this game.
Cordell Jackson, by the way, out of the game defensively for the Elks, leaving injured. We'll see what his status is later on. Here's Love, waits for the snap, gets it, pulls it away from the running back, then throws to the far side. It is complete, and getting across the 25-yard line on the play is Jeremiah Hunter, the receiver.
J.J. Ross ends that quickly. Leonard Johnson is beside J.J. Ross, and Cordell Jackson spot at the short halfback's position. Leonard Johnson, another standout, I thought, last week. Solid game in Langford.
2nd and 6 now for the Stampeders. Dedrick Mills is in the backfield beside Josh Love. Second-year player, spent 3 years in the USFL before he joined the Stampeders for 6 games last year. Love drops back in the pocket. He's in some trouble. Down he goes. Brakeman gets up, rubbing his tummy. He's got the sack, and the Elks will force Calgary into a punting situation.
Well, what did we say last year? Around the quarterback, could not finish. That's a straight bull rush for Jared Brinkman.
He was good last year, held together by duct tape for most of the season, so I'm looking forward to him in a full season and being healthy.
Did he ever? It's Chris Fortin, the left guard here today. He just bull rushed him right up to Josh Love, gets the sack.
And the ball is kicked back, taken at the 45-yard line on the return. And it is time to take a break after that return by the Elks. Leonard Johnson, I believe it was, on the return there. He brings the ball up across the Calgary 50 to the 48, so it'll be good position for the Elks when we come back. We're scoreless in this one at Clark Stadium. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers Edmonton Elks football on 880 CHED.
This is Edmonton Elks football, live from the Leading Edge Physiotherapy Broadcast Center on 880 CHED.
4 first downs and 65 yards in offense on the first drive, but no points. We'll see what the Elks have here. He's T.J. Luther with the reception. He'll take it to the 37-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Elks. So Cody Fajardo has come out firing in this football game.
That's the 5th first down of the game for the Edmonton Elks. As he's just going to fake to Rankin, go to his right, and Luther just going to catch a receiver screen. Get some good yak, get some first down, and we got to enter Stampeder.
Arnold, the defensive back, is down. Number 38, Sheldon Arnold II. Looked like he was grabbing his calf muscle at one point. Training staff out to have a look at him now.
Maybe a cramp, maybe?
It is a little humid in Edmonton today, that's for sure. Cody Fajardo, by the way, what a start. 6 for 7 for 54 yards. Problem is, the one that didn't connect was a good defensive play and a knockdown right at the goal line. Could have been a touchdown. So no points for Fajardo as he has moved the football well so far in this game. Looks like we're taking a break while the Stampeders tend to their injured player. We are scoreless with 5 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the first quarter of play here at Clark Stadium. It's a night at the Knot Hole. This is your Alberta Ford dealers, Edmonton Elks football on 880 CHED. Now as they will eventually move him into the cart and take him off the field. Players from both teams taking a knee around him right now. We are scoreless here at Clark Stadium. The Elks and the Calgary Stampeders in the final preseason game in the CFL this season. 4 games total today. Ottawa beat Montreal 27-3. It was Hamilton over Toronto 20-14. And late in the third quarter, BC leads Winnipeg in Winnipeg 23-13. Scoreless here. And all the coaches of all the teams in action today are going to spend a long night looking at video and rewatching the game and rewatching stuff from camp, because the decision has to be made tomorrow as teams will get their rosters down to the starting lineup down to what is it, Dave?
45 players.
Yeah,
then
40.
You set your PR, your practice roster. Then of course you set your injured list after that. And it was a cool thing on Wednesday. That was the last full practice of training camp, and they had a big team photo, and you go, wow, that's great, and then you have this feeling of like, oh no.
Yeah, some people aren't going to want to keep that photo.
No, and that's tough. And I mean, like Gord, you're one team in training camp, and then it changes in the regular season. So cutdown day is hard on everybody.
Cutdown day is the worst day you could have, especially if you're a bubble player. There's one person who's still with the Elks organization back when I was with them. A little sadistic about the whole thing, walking around, giving you a little bit of stress. But, it's a tough day. You just wait for that tap on the shoulder and pray that it doesn't come, or wait for the phone call. And I'm glad I don't have to deal with that anymore. I'll tell you that much.
Tough day indeed, and I don't know if we'll get information tomorrow or not. I believe it's midnight, 10 our time, midnight Eastern, I think, is the date. So
a lot of teams will just wait till
sometimes they'll get it earlier in the day. Sometimes we don't get it till Sunday morning. But we'll see how it plays out as they take Sheldon Arnold off the field. Looks like that's his left knee that they've got in that air cast right now. So that's obviously not a good thing to see as he leaves on a cart. And it'll be an awkward bus ride for him home to Calgary after this one tonight, that's for sure. I don't know if he'll head to the hospital first or not, but he's leaving the game, that is for sure. Meantime, it is Elks football, 1st and 10 from the Calgary 37-yard line. Cody Fajardo takes the snap. He'll turn. We get flags and whistles as he hands the ball off to Justin Rankin. And we'll see what the penalty call is.
Procedure, Edmonton, number 56, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
I'm going to rant.
It's an illegal procedure.
I won't rant.
Jackson Morgan.
You're at home. You should not have a procedure at home.
So that'll push the Elks back to the 42. And it'll be 1st and 15 now for them. Cody Fajardo 6 for 7 for 54 yards so far. No points on the board in this one. We're scoreless, under 5 to play in the first quarter. Rankin to the right of Fajardo. He's got 3 receivers to the right side, or left side. He throws that way. It is complete across the 40 to about the 42 or 43. We'll see where the forward motion goes on the play. Zach Mathis makes the reception.
But Cody Fajardo's been working very quick out of the pocket with these timing throws. That one, Mathis turns around and goes to both knees on his 2 knees there and gets up right away. But it'll be 2nd and 8 now.
Takes it to the 35, so it's a gain of 7 on the play for Mathis from Fajardo, who's got the running back to his right. Motion starts. Fajardo drops, looks, and throws quickly over the top. That is complete inside the 15-yard line to the 10. TJ Luther once again with the reception for the Elks. Big first down for the Elks as they move inside the Conlon Motorsports red zone. Join them Saturday, June 6th, for their 3rd annual Ride for Charity in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation. Great catch by Luther.
Mr. Luther, I think you've made the team. Crossing the face of the middle linebacker. And that's the type of throws you need to see more from Cody Fajardo. And I think this year he might have the group to work with to make those throws happen.
1st and 10 now. Here's Fajardo. He'll turn. He'll give it to Rankin. He'll dance outside to the left, but gets surrounded and taken down. He'll maybe get a yard, if that, on that play. It's going to be 2nd and long coming up for the Elks.
Right into the Calgary.
Inside the Condon Motorsports red zone, where they've been once and not scored. We'll see if they can convert here. They put the ball down on the 12-yard line.
Yes. And for TJ Luther, 4 catches on 4 targets for 48 yards. Hot start.
It's a good start indeed. 2nd and 11, loss of 1 on that play. Motion starts for Fajardo. He looks to the right side, throws to the right side, into the end zone, and over the head of Zach Mathis, who is in tight coverage with Larson, the defensive back, halfback on that side. And it's 3rd down.
Mark Hillam says stay out.
For the Elks.
Stay out.
He wants a touchdown.
3rd down.
That's a tough throw.
Cephas, Luther, O'Leary Orange, Mack. The receivers right now. Mathis is going to go out wide to the right side. Cephas also to the right side on the inside. 3 receivers to the left side for Fajardo. 3rd and 11 in the red zone again on 3rd down, looking for either a touchdown or turnover, which happened last time. Motion starts. O'Leary Orange going from the left side to the right side. Fajardo takes the snap, takes the drop, looks and throws. And to the goal line. Was he inside or not? No signal on a touchdown. So they're going to, I think, plant that at the 1-yard line. Josh Cephas with the reception.
Is that going to kill the drive? Nope. 1st down at the 1 and another injured Stampeder.
And this one is the halfback, Ike Larson, who goes down.
Had a nice play on that tackle for a loss on Justin Rankin a couple plays ago.
And nice to see the Elks fight through that offensively, too. And
yes.
Take the ball to the 1-yard line on that reception.
And we're seeing Cody Fajardo just making these tight throws that he didn't really make last year, right? And this has been a really good camp as far as the receivers. And I just saw a bolt of lightning straight ahead.
Don't say that. Larson down on the field now for the Stampeders. As I said earlier, I met his dad in the parking lot today and at the tailgate as well. Drove up from Utah to watch the game. Training staff out tending to him now. This will be the 2nd DB going down for the Stampeders. They've already lost Sheldon Arnold in the game. Now Ike Larson is down. Arnold taken off on a cart with what looked like a very serious knee injury. They had his leg in an air cast. The training staff continues to work on him. Elks will probably get 3, maybe 2 days off before they go back to the practice field again on Monday or Tuesday of next week. They'll open up the regular season in Ottawa. That'll be a game a week tomorrow against the Red Blacks. That'll be a 5 o'clock start, 3:30 for the countdown to kickoff from our nation's capital. Stampeders will start the season against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. That game is in Calgary on Friday of next week, so 1 week from tonight, as we finally get to the real games. We can, as we say, right now it's all about evaluation. Starting next week, it'll be about wins and losses, which everybody wants to get to that part of the season. Just a reminder, the Elks this week will return for its Monday night schedule now. We'll be on the air 7:30 Monday nights. The Elks this week, 7:30 to 8, featuring the Mark Killam Show. So we'll talk to the coach, and maybe we'll talk to Dave, too, on that show. We'll see how it shakes down.
Well, actually, I'm busy that night.
Okay.
I am at the soccer game.
Oh, it's soccer night. Yeah. That's right. All right.
I'm sorry about that.
So, all right, maybe we'll talk to Blake then. Or Gord or somebody. It looks looks, well, that's a good sign anyway. Ike Larson is up and under his own steam walking off the field, which is good.
Here comes Cole Snyder. The bigs coming out. Morgan, fullback, Skylar Griffith.
Snyder had a touchdown last week in this situation. They got 3 cracks at it from the 1-yard line now. Snyder took over as the season went along. Cody Fajardo, with Trey Ford starting, Cody Fajardo was the short yardage quarterback. He continued for a little bit when he became the starter, and eventually Cole Snyder took over and scored a touchdown last week. Also threw for one last week, so a pretty productive game for him in Langford. He'll go under center now. Mark Cordy is the center to start this game. Snyder takes the ball, drives forward, and they're up, Edmonton. Touchdown Elks, and the Elks take the first pie out of the oven, and Cole Snyder has the touchdown. He just followed the offensive line into the end zone to get the TD and give the Elks the first points of this game. They go up by a score of 6-0 with the convert to come.
That was an excellent surge. What's that old line for offensive lineman, Gord, at the 1-yard line? You score first, allow your quarterback score, right?
Everyone's in the end zone. Everyone's in the end zone. Yeah.
Vincent Blanchard with the convert attempt. His first time kicking a ball this preseason, and he's got it. 7-0. The Elks lead on a touchdown from Cole Snyder on a well-engineered drive by the Elks quarterback Cody Fajardo, who marched the team downfield. Got some clutch plays in that one, especially that pass completed to the 1-yard line to set up the plunge by Cole Snyder. So the Elks strike first. They take a 7-0 lead on the Calgary Stampeders.
And those key plays that you talk about, TJ Luther had one of them, a 28-yard reception that got the ball into the red zone. Then on 3rd and 11, a strike by Cody Fajardo to Josh Cephas that put the ball on the 1-yard line, ends with a Cody Snyder plunge. 8 plays, 48 yards, 3 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. And that is your scoring drive. Brought to you by Riverside Honda and Skidoo. It's your dream right at Riverside.
Blanchard getting set to kick this one off. The Elks with a 7-0 lead thanks to Cole Snyder in the touchdown.
The progression of Cole Snyder in those sneaks, too, has been really good. Struggled in the beginning, stuck with them, and he's doing a pretty good job. And this kick going out of bounds. So not a good kickoff for Vincent Blanchard.
Illegal kick out of bounds. Edmonton, number 26. First down, Calgary.
Please welcome tonight's Triple O's kickoff kid, 6-year-old Georgia Kid.
So the Stamps will get much better field position than they thought. Jesus Gomez last week on kickoffs had a great day in Langford. 6 for 68 yards on average. His longest was 76. And I think his performance last week, Dave, probably puts a little pressure on Blanchard.
I think it does.
So the Stamps are going to go 1st and 10 from their own 50-yard line. Love still in at quarterback. Motion starts and stops to the right side where there's 4 receivers, and then flags come out at that point.
Procedure, Calgary, number 60. It's a 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Danny Desmarais, former member of the Edmonton Elks, now with Stamps, gets the call. So that takes the ball back to the 45-yard line. 1st and 15 now coming up for the Stampeders. Love in the game, only 1 for 1 for 4 yards. They've mostly been running the football so far in this game. He's throwing now as he drops back. He's in some trouble. He will throw. It is complete and to the 50-yard line, back close to the original line of scrimmage on the play. And I think that's Tyreek McAllister into the game now at running back for the Stampeders after Dedrick Mills had the first couple of series.
McAllister was sensational for the Hamilton Tiger Cats a few years ago, then signed in the NFL. I think could be a good sneaky signing by Dave Dickinson.
Indeed. Tell you how tough it is to make the NFL. He played a preseason game in 2024. He had a punt return touchdown and a receiving touchdown in the game and never made the team. Love drops back in the pocket. He throws as he's being hassled. That ball goes incomplete, but there is some flags down on the play, and now some talking. Jalen Garnes in the middle of it for the Elks.
Kobe Williams was the DB that broke up that play for the Elks.
Janusis for the Stampeders in there. What's the penalty call now?
It's a big call because it was 2nd and 10.
Pass interference, Edmonton, number 25. It's a 10-yard penalty.
25.
First down.
So Jalen Garnes gets the call against him. The ball will move to the Edmonton 49. First down for Calgary. Their best series of the game so far.
How is that pass interference? He wasn't the player in question. That should be illegal contact.
Love takes the snap and throws. That's complete across the 35 to about the 37 or 38 yard on the play. Horton with the reception for Calgary. And that'll be a gain of 8, make it 2nd and 2 coming up for the Stampeders. Ball is on the 43-yard line of the Elks.
Gain of about 7 yards for Kalon Horton.
McAllister in at running back for the Stampeders. He'll line up to the right side of Josh Love. Bell, the center, leans over the football. He'll deliver to Love. He'll pull it away from McAllister, who then throws a block while Love throws it deep downfield, and it is caught. What a great catch downfield, and that'll go in for a touchdown for the Stampeders. Right with the catch, a big bomb and a nice connection between Love and the receiver at the other end of it. That's right with the catch, and the Stamps are a convert away from tying this game.
Tyrell Ford was in coverage. It was one-on-one coverage. And it looked like Ford, I don't know if he just kind of lost the ball in the air or lost track of right, but there was a lot of separation. You don't see a lot of receivers get in behind number 30 of the Elks. That's a good bounce back drive for the Calgary Stampeders.
Jude McCatmany with the convert. And he might be their starting place kicker when the season starts. Rennie Paredes has been injured all camp. Apparently he took a couple of kicks on opening day of camp and hasn't been seen since. And they're not sure if he's going to be ready to start the season, or it looks like he won't be. The Stamps, like the Elks, have a bye week in week number 2, so they might elect to sit him and to give him an extra couple of weeks of rest. We've come to the end of the first quarter. We had to wait for points, but we eventually got them. It's a 7-7 tie. The Elks and the Stampeders from Clark Stadium, and a night at the Knothole. This is your Alberta Four-Wheelers Edmonton Elks football on 880 CHED.
3 time of possession well in favor of the Elks at 9 minutes and 11 seconds.
Powell and Cephas back to return the kick for the Elks, and it's going to go Powell's way. He will take it at the 3, across the 10 to the 20, tries to get outside the numbers, spins his way to the 30, gets to the 33-yard line along the sideline. So a nice return there.
We go from one Powell to another Powell. Here comes Taylor Powell
into the game. So Cody Fajardo has a pretty good first quarter. Produces a touchdown.
Dealing
9 for 11 for 96 yards, right? So indeed a good first quarter for Cody Fajardo. I think he'll be happier with what he did than he was with the 2 series he got last week in Langford. Last week he turned into a coach. He was working with the receivers because Jason Tucker was not there, off to his graduation of one of his daughters. So Cody had the player's hat on, then turned it into the coach's hat. And how about that? There's a catch and a run, and the first time he's touched the ball in a CFL game for Skylar Griffith. Man, he's a big man.
He is. And the pocket poise from Taylor Powell. Something I noticed in Langford, something I noticed all camp actually, he just doesn't panic. Just worked through the progressions, found the release man. And Skylar Griffith with a good gain here on the first play.
takes the ball to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Elks. Powell with some pressure. He will skip that one away, intended for Luther, but way too low. I think Powell was just trying to get that play safely ended. Talking about Skylar Griffiths, injured 2 years ago at UBC, bad knee injury. And the Elks drafted him anyway in 2025. He was around the team all last year, spent the entire season on the 6-game injured list. But he kept his ears open, kept his eyes open. He learned and got himself ready to play, and has had a pretty good training camp. Big man, too, to play at that fullback spot. 2nd and 10 now from the 47-yard line. Taylor Powell. He will throw. That's complete. Flags come down on the play. Brendan O'Leary-Orange with the reception. He gets to midfield. He'll be shy of the first down. It's going to be 3rd down for the Elks and about 3 short, but flag down on the play.
This is coming. No, it's not.
Illegal contact. Yeah. Calgary, number 42. It's 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
That's what I was going to say.
That's what Justin McInnes said.
Yes, that's right.
So it's going to be 1st down for the Elks, as McInnes said, as they will move the football onto the Calgary side of center field and put it down at the 53-yard line. Oh, let's call it the 52.5. Mark Cordy gets ready to deliver to Taylor Powell, who's 5 yards back. Powell will turn. He'll hand it off to Isaiah Knight into the game now, and he'll spin his way into the arms of 3 Stampeders. And flags come out again on that play.
Brendan Bordner, the left tackle of the Elks, comes out with his helmet. And he's looking at the official going,
saying, I didn't take this off.
That's
holding. Edmonton, number 53. It's 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 1st down.
Do you notice I have my helmet off and in my hand? He's not very happy.
Number 53, Brendan Bordner.
So he'll dress up his head and go back to the huddle now, and the Elks will be 1st and 20 now. They put the ball on the 43-yard line. 1st and 20 for the Elks, the 47-yard line. Taylor Powell with Isaiah Knight to his left, now to his right, and now he'll release from the backfield and get the football with some space across the 50 to center field, muscles his way to the 53-yard line. Nice play by Isaiah Knight.
Had well over 60 yards of offense last week in Langford.
32 in the air and 32 on the ground last week.
That would be 64.
Excellent math skills, Dave.
Thank you.
1 run for 10-plus yards as well. So he was impressive when he played. Got a little bit of playing time late last season and impressed last week. And now he's getting another opportunity now. Again, he releases from the backfield. Powell ignores him, though, and throws over the middle instead. It is complete close to the 50-yard line, maybe close to a 1st down. And Micah Teit's a little slow to get up on the play, but does. I think that was Josh Cephas who got the reception. And that's going to bring Jake Julian out to punt the football away on 3rd down for the Elks. What a week he had last week. 3 kicks, 56 yards on average. A 68-yarder was his long 37-7 net. If you heard the pregame show interview with him, he said he set the record for highest punting average. Now he wants to set the record this year for best net punting average. He needs some help from his teammates on that one. He's also got to put the ball in the right spot. Like that. Bounces around the 5 and then goes out of bounds, and an excellent kick by Jake Julian as he trots off the field and gets some helmet taps from the defense on the field as he comes off. So nice punt by Julian. It pins the Stampeders deep. 7-7 tie. We're into the 2nd quarter of play here at Clark Stadium, and a night at the knothole. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers Edmonton Elks football on 880 CHED.
From the Leading Edge Physiotherapy Broadcast Center on 880 CHED.
Elks and Stamps tied at 7. Calgary with the football deep in their own zone. Quarterback drops back into his own end zone before the throw. It is complete, and it is caught at around the 15-yard line on the play. Picked up by Janusis, I believe it was. And that will be a 1st down for the Calgary Stampeders.
Taking a look at the Elks defense, pretty much all the starters are out of the game. Mokinson's at will linebacker with Nick Anderson now at middle linebacker.
Josh Love still at quarterback. He makes the throw across to the far side of the field. Reception is made by Rashad Owens. And it looks like that's going to be about 7 or 8 yards on the play. So second down coming up for the Stampeders. The ball is, I believe, just across the 20-yard line. And now they're moving it, to about the 23-yard line. 8-yard pickup, 2nd and 2 for the Stampeders. There's a handoff on the play going wide and getting the first down across the 30, close to the 32-yard line on the play is Terrion Stewart, who steps into the game at running back for the Calgary Stampeders. Big man, 5'7", 232 pounds.
Low to the ground. Pad level very low, which means he hits with a lot of force.
Alston and Hubert on the ends for the Elks. Love waits for the snap, takes it, pulls it away from the running back, throws. It is complete to the 33-yard line. Big defensive stop there. Ball goes to Janusas again, but the Elks make the stop defensively, and I believe that was Tennyson who made the stop.
Yeah, and tears Reed around the football as well. Into the game at the wide halfback spot, or the short half spot.
Second and 9 for the Stamps. Love drops, wants to go deep, does go deep downfield, and it goes incomplete into double coverage. He had the space, but it ends up just going over his head a little bit.
In between Jerron Joseph, the corner, and Tennyson again. Or no, that was, that was Bird.
Starting to make the changes now on both sides of the football.
Did a good job of not contacting the receiver, just staying clean.
Derek Powell back to receive this kick. Derek Powell. There's the kick.
Ooh.
Not a great one.
Ouch.
And it's going to bounce at the 45 and go out of bounds. So the Elks will get some pretty decent field position out of that.
Up in the air.
And we will take a break. Elks football when we come back. We're at Clark Stadium in the second quarter of play. It's tied at 7. The Elks to the Stampeders. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers Edmonton Elks football on 880 CHED.
From the Leading Edge Physiotherapy Broadcast Center on 880 CHED.
Out of Eastern Michigan, Taylor Powell still in at quarterback for the Elks. He starts the motion. Isaiah Knight to his right. He'll release from the backfield as Powell rolls to the right side into the sunshine at Clark Stadium and then ends up throwing that one out of bounds on the far side. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Elks with their own 40-yarder. Let's head down to the sidelines now and bring in Gord Hines. Hey, Gord.
Guys, something I noticed earlier, it's probably interesting to only me, but during one of the commercial breaks, the refs were over here talking with Coach Mark Killam. They were warning right tackle Jordan Murray about getting off the ball too early on pass plays. And if you take a look, you can tell he's definitely flirting with the snap count there. That's something interesting to watch, because I think if he continues that, Elks could get a legal procedure penalty on this.
All right, Gord Hines down on the sidelines. It is a 7-7 tie. Elks and the Stampeders. As Powell takes the snap and drops back, he will throw. It is incomplete. It looked like it was going to be caught into the belly of Luther, but I think as Stampeder draped him and rolled over him, the ball came loose. And that's a quick 2 and out for the Elks offense as Jake Julian comes in to kick it away.
That's the first 2 and out of the game. That's pretty good for a preseason game.
Burton Cron ready to deliver the football to Jake Julian to kick this one away, and Julian lays into it. And the returner has to scoot up to pick it up at the 35-yard line on the play as it's brought by Kalen Horton. And that's where Calgary will set up shop right around the 35-yard line. And we'll see what they have when we come back. It's 7-7 tie, Elks and Stamps. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers. Edmonton Elks football on 880 here at Clark Stadium, where the Elks and the Stampeders are tied at 7. We're in the second quarter of play in this CFL preseason game. There's the handoff for the Stampeders, and that's a catch behind the line of scrimmage for the Elks defense. And it's going to be second and extra coming up for the Stampeders defensively now. That'll push the ball back close to their 30-yard line, I think. Loss of about 4 or 5.
Nick Anderson goes into the game at middle linebacker. This is his third series. Brock Mogensen started the game at middle linebacker, now at will linebacker. And Nick Anderson doing Nick Anderson things.
Of note for the Elks, Noah Curtis in on the defensive line. I believe this is his first series after missing all of last year with a knee injury, so good for him to battle back. There's a throw. That's complete to midfield, and that'll be a first down for the Calgary Stampeders as it is Kalen Horton, I believe, with the reception. And that'll move the chains big time for the Stampeders and take them to center field right on the big double E logo at the 55-yard line.
First down, Calgary on the 55.
That's a nice play by Woolridge to Horton. After losing the 3 yards on the first down, that's a very, very gutsy throw.
Yes, Woolridge in at quarterback now for the Stamps as he waits for the snap, gets it, turns, pulls it away from the running back, rolls to the right side. He's being chased, but then throws the ball downfield to escape that pressure coming from Richard Jabruner, who is into the game at defensive end for the Elks. So it's going to be second down and 10 coming up from midfield for the Stampeders. Woolridge played a preseason game for the New England Patriots last season in the NFL. Started 2026 this season in the UFL before being released and then signing with the Stampeders. He takes the snap, looks to the right, throws. Oh, knocked out of the hands of the receiver. And a nice play defensively for the Elks as it's made by Javon Bird, who gets his hand around and knocks it away. Third down for Calgary.
That throw looked like it kind of went off of Woolridge's hand a little wild as well, although it was into the hands of Horton. But, yeah, like you say, this is just a nice play by Bird. Great job to close and to create the problem, enough of a problem that's an incomplete pass.
Shonderick Powell back to receive the kick. He's standing between the hash marks just inside his 10-yard line. Here comes the kick now from the Stamps. It's a low end-over-end kick that's going to go to the far side, and it'll bounce out of bounds, and a flag comes out on that.
Yep.
Bassett has not had a great game.
No. No, he has not. That's two shanks. Two consecutive punts.
Out of bounds. Calgary. First down.
The first shank, he was lucky because the ball bounced on the turf. This one, it did not.
And the officials moving the ball now across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Taylor Powell not having the type of day that he had last week in Langford. Just 3 of 6 for 27 yards. Done a good job, I think, the Stampeders front seven of pressuring him.
Assuming he's going to get the rest of the second quarter. He stands 5 yards back of center now. Some motion in the backfield. He takes the ball, turns, hands it off to Isaiah Knight. He powers his way across the 45 to about the 47, 48-yard line. Good, powerful run by Isaiah Knight to get a handful. Maybe a little bit more. Looks like they're going to give him about 7 on the play. So let's call it second and 4. Give him 6.
And Taylor Powell with the benefit of the first unit offensive line with David Beard now at center.
4 yards to go.
So this is playing out in the reverse of last week where Beard started the game and then Mark Cordy got to play center with the ones up front.
Powell gets the ball. hangs in there and then throws downfield, and nobody's around and able to get to it. So that's going to be third down for the Elks.
Looking for number 86, Keyshawn Johnson.
And Jake Julian will be on his way out once again.
It's third down.
That's another 2 and out.
2 straight, right?
Yep.
Kalon Horton back to receive the kick. He stands inside his, at about his 15-yard line. There's the kick from Julian. Oh, that's about a mile high. And it goes back, bounces at the 5, and will roll into, no! As it stays right on the goal line, and then he puts his knee down. So that'll be a single point.
Yeah, that was close, though.
We'll see less of those this year, but we'll still see some from Jake Julian because he just hammers the football. So the Elks take an 8-7 lead over the Stampeders. 2:50 to go in the first half of play here at Clark Stadium. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers Edmonton Elks football on 880 CHED. 63-yard punt, single by Jake Julians. The difference in this game, it's 8-7. The Elks lead the Stampeders. Calgary going 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line now after giving up the single. There's the throw to the far side. It is complete and up just before the 50-yard line on the play.
Heads out to Rashad Owens.
Ball is caught by Rashad Owens.
That ball popped out of Owens' hands, but they can keep possession because he was the last one that touched it.
Just a couple yards short of the first.
Looks like about 8, so 2nd and 2 coming up for the Calgary Stampeders on the 48-yard line, their own side of center field. Under 3 to play in the first half. 8-7 the Elks lead. Julian with the single. Cole Schneider with the touchdown for the Elks on a 1-yard plunge. There's the handoff for the Stampeders, and the ball is carried by Stewart. And that'll be good for a first down as he'll take the ball just about to midfield. In fact, they'll put it down at the 54-yard line on the Calgary side of center field.
First and 10 Stampeders.
Sun's out now, and it's a pretty nice evening for football. Elks and Stampeders here at Clark Stadium. First game at Clark in 48 years. August 23rd, 1978 was the last time a CFL game was played here. Almost an interception on the far side as
Leonard Johnson.
The Elks DB Leonard Johnson jumped the route a little bit, got his hands on it, but could not hold onto it on the far side.
Nice read and react, though, by Leonard Johnson.
Went back, Dave, and got the score sheet from that game 48 years ago from the league. The thing that first hit me was the whole thing is handwritten. And only one touchdown in the win when the Elks beat the Blue Bombers. The Eskimos beat the Blue Bombers. It was Tom Wilkinson, a 15-yard pass to Waddell Smith was the only touchdown of the game.
There you go.
Flags and whistles fly on the 2nd down and 10 play for the Stampeders.
Offside, Edmonton, number 38. It's 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
Teva Mawaga Clements into the game now.
5 the easy way for the Stampeders. They move the ball to the 51-yard line and make it 2nd and 5 now.
And Nick Anderson's work was quite short but effective because Dariel Jabome is now in to the game at middle linebacker, the first-round pick by the Elks this year in the draft. I think we can say Nick Anderson has made the team.
Good guess.
Thank you.
Here's Woolridge now. He's going to run with it. He'll get up across the 50 to about the 46, 47. See where they spot it. Looks like around the 47-yard line. So it's going to be short. It's going to be 3rd and a yard.
Tackle made before the first down marker. It's 3rd down.
And Stamps are keeping the offense out, so they're going to go for it. Woolridge will go under center. There's the snap. He'll go to the left side. Oh, I think he got what he needed, but then got popped by Tennyson after that. and pushed back, but I think forward motion will give the Stampeders the first down, but he paid for it.
Well, that for Tennyson, that's a great example. You play through the whistle, not to the whistle. You play through it, and he did. That was a tough finish and clean as well. Did not hit his head, hit the shoulder.
He had 4 defensive tackles in the game in BC last week. Big hit there. First down for Calgary from the 44 on the Elks side of center field. Woolridge will take the ball, roll to the right side, looking and throwing towards the sidelines. That is complete to the 38-yard line, held in by Ryland Davison. And it's going to be 2nd and 4 coming up, so we'll give him a gain of about 6 on that one. Takes the ball inside the 40 to about the 38.5-yard line for the Stampeders.
2nd down, 4 yards to go.
8-7, Elks lead the Stampeders. The difference in the game is a Jake Julian punt single. Traveled 63 yards to get the point.
Timeout, Calgary.
That punt was almost perfectly placed because it bounced right to the goal line, basically, and the Stampeders were able to take the single. So he's about a yard or 2 away from pinning them deep in their own zone. Calgary with the timeout. 2nd and 4 coming up, a minute to go in the first half of play. Blake Dermott will be back at halftime.
Well, this is the first bit of offense by any team in the second quarter. The Elks only with 33 yards of offense in the second quarter.
Scheschinger in at center now for Stampeders as they start to make a lot of changes as well. There's the snap to Woolridge, settles in the pocket. Now he sees some pressure, rolls to the right side with Tamari Fox chasing him. He'll deliver it. It is complete inside the 20-yard line, and the pass is complete, and it'll be a first down for Rashad Owens of the Stampeders. They're going to put the ball down at the 17-yard line. You know where that is. That's inside the Conlon Motorsports Red Zone. Conlon Motorsports join them Saturday, June 6th for their 3rd annual Ride for Charity in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation.
Well, I'll tell you what, for the Stampeders, as they're getting into their depth, Owens is really popping in this quarter for the Stampeders.
Woolridge 5 yards back of center. He's got 3 to the right, 2 to the left as he drops back. Looks to the right, scrambles to the right, throws to the right, and it goes incomplete to the right, but there's a flag down, and yes, it was to the right. And so we'll see what the call is when Justin McInnes tunes us in.
Illegal contact, Edmonton, number 32. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
So Leonard Johnson gets the penalty call against him, and that's going to move the ball, let's see, inside the 10-yard line for the Stampeders, who are putting themselves in position to take the lead into the half here. 8-7 Elks lead right now, 48 seconds to go in the first half of play. Schneider and Wright with the touchdowns for the Elks and the Stampeders so far in this one. Ben Woolridge at quarterback. There's the snap. He's going to take off up the middle himself. Just tripped up at the last second. He had an open lane to the end zone, and somebody reached out and got a piece of him to take him down.
Woolridge has made some nice plays on this drive as well. Got some wheels. That's a quarterback draw. That was a design play. Wasn't sure who tripped him up, but that was a touchdown saving tackle right there by the Elks.
6'2", 214 for Woolridge. He looks a lot bigger than that standing out on the field right now. 2nd and 6 from the 6. There's the throw to the end zone, to the back of the end zone. Flags fly, catch is made. So it'll be a touchdown for the Stampeders. I believe that's Horton down in the corner who makes the catch. We'll see what the flags are for, but I'm guessing it's pass interference, and it'll be declined, obviously.
Pass interference, Edmonton, number 41. Foul happen in goal. Ball will be placed at the 1, and an automatic first down.
I guess he didn't hang on to it, maybe, I guess.
And was in his hands, and then he never had a chance to catch
bounced
it.
down, and then he landed on top of it. So that takes it to the 1-yard line. Woolridge under center. He'll push ahead. Touchdown Stampeders. Woolridge with a 1-yard plunge. And the Stampeders take the lead with 18 seconds to go in the first half of play. So, a 1-yard run.
Penalty's not the friend of the Elks on that drive. 2 illegal contact calls, one on Leonard Johnson. Put the ball inside the 10, and then the call on Therese Reed in goal. Put the ball on the 1-yard line. Stampeders have their first lead of the game.
McCatnany with the convert, and it is good. And it's 14-8 for Calgary with 18 seconds to go in the first half of play here at Clark Stadium. The good news from an Elks perspective is their ones were really good to start this game. Really liked what the offense did, except for the lack of finish on the first drive. Second drive, they punched it in. Cody Fajardo, I think, with a strong game, going 9 of 11 in the game for 96 yards before he exited. Taylor Powell is 3 for 7 for 27, so it's kind of a far cry from what he accomplished last week in Victoria.
It's only 33 yards of offense in this quarter for the Elks. And before this drive, the Stampeders only had 50, so they're over 100 yards in this quarter. But different kind of quarter we're seeing in game right now, as the Elks not getting as much success with their depth as they did last week against the Lions, and sometimes that happens in preseason.
Here comes the kickoff after the touchdown by the Stampeders, and that's going to go into the end zone, and it's going to bounce and roll out the back door.
And
no point, right?
No point.
No point, because no one touched it from the Elks.
So that's good field position for Taylor Powell. See if he can operate something here or engineer something of a scoring drive.
Let's go down to the sidelines. Gord Hines is down on the sidelines. How's the weather down there, Gord?
There's great football weather. A little bit of breeze. Temperature's not too hot.
Not raining anymore, right?
Not raining. That's the key. So no, this is great football weather. Weather will not be a factor from here going forward, I don't think.
First and 10 from the 40 for the Elks. Their final drive of the first half. Taylor Powell drops back after the snap, throws it to Brendan O'Leary Orange, and he gets flipped over. Football pants over tea kettle. And Micah Tights paid the price for that. He's the one who gets up a little slowly. Looks like O'Leary Orange is okay. Tights is heading to the sidelines now. He's been replaced. Cephas comes out wide to the left side for the Elks. It's O'Leary Orange, I think. No, it's Benjamin Victor far to the right side. There's the throw that goes.
Just doesn't look like, and Powell got hit at the end of that play by Wiley. And he wants a flag. He's not happy. But it just doesn't look like Powell and his receivers are really in sync here like they were last week in Langford. Against the Lions, been a really rough quarter for Powell. You wonder, does he get the ball out of the chute, or are they going to go right to Cole Snyder in the third quarter? That will be interesting.
Right now, they're going to go with Jake Julian, who stands at his 30 to wait for the snap from Luke Burton-Cron to deliver it away. 3 seconds to go in the first half. Julian skies it to the far side. It'll bounce it around the 20, I think, and go out of bounds. And some pushing and shoving down there, but everybody's peeled apart as we've come to the end of the first half of play. Gord Hines down on the sidelines. Gord, good start for the Elks, but things kind of slipped away offensively for them in the second quarter.
I'd say slipped away on both sides, really. One thing that I'm thinking of during this quarter, we talked about it in the pregame. The players want to make the coach's decisions difficult coming up tonight, on who's making the team, who's not. You know what makes a coach's decision really easy? Stupid penalties when you don't need stupid penalties. I think the Stamps offense, all their drives are extended by Elks penalties. If they just eliminate a couple of those, they are continuing to be in the lead, I think. So, bubble players, they're going to do what they do, but I think that some critical mistakes there by the Elks is
15-8. The Calgary Stampeders lead the Elks. Elks kicking off the second half is afoot here at Clark Stadium, and the ball will go into the hands of Watley into the end zone, and that'll...
Vincent Blanchard's kickoff sails through the end zone.
Was that a point or not? I don't know.
Right. No.
I can't even keep track anymore.
No. Because the returner didn't have the choice.
So, proud to be the official.
So the Stampeders start on their own 40.
Yes. So back to the 40-yard line. 14-8 the score as we start the third quarter of play here at Clark Stadium. Getting a little windy again. I see some fans putting the rain gear on, so I'm guessing maybe it's raining a little bit now.
no rain, guys.
No, okay.
Confirmation from Gord Hines. How does the west sky look? You can tell us after this.
I guess these people are putting plastic bags on because it's a good look. I don't know. Anyway, Woolridge throws. That's complete. But back to the line of scrimmage on the play. The reception made by Watley.
How's the west sky look, Gord?
It looks clear. In the north, a little bit. I think we're going to be fine all game.
Okay.
I don't see any issues there.
All right, they're going to give him a half a yard on that play. So that means it's 2nd and 9.5 for the Stampeders. Now the ball's at the 40.5-yard line. Woolridge still in at quarterback for the Stampeders. He's got 3 receivers to the right side. That's the wide side of the field. 2 to the left. Ball's snap to Woolridge. He will throw, and that will skip incomplete around midfield.
That was
intended for Hunter on the far side.
2-0 to start defensively for the Elks.
And now they will get the ball back. And Derek Powell goes back to return this kick.
Kicking team, it's 3rd down.
As he stands on the right hash marks. Now he moves up to the 30-yard line from the 25. Stampeders hit the line of scrimmage. There's the snap, and there's the kick. And a better one here. Powell will take it at his own 35 across the 40. He'll get to the 46-yard line or so where he's thrown to the turf. So the Elks will start at that point. And who's coming out at quarterback?
Zach Zabrowski.
Zach Zabrowski, who had himself a game last week. 3 for 3 for 83 yards and a touchdown. He was the 4th quarterback in last week. And he had a lot of run plays because the Elks were winning, and so he didn't get to throw the ball a lot, but obviously he was good when he did it. 3 for 3 and a touchdown. Every quarterback who played last week, all 4 of them, all produced points. Here's the snap to Zabrowski. He's in the pocket and throws, and that goes incomplete. Intended on the far side for O.J. Hilaire, who's into the game now.
That pass still is in the direction of number 84, O.J. Hilaire.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up.
It's 2nd down.
Ball's on the 47-yard line for the Elks. Powell in at running back for the Elks now. Zabrowski takes the snap, throws. That is complete to the 50-yard line. That'll be good for a first down for the Elks, and a big cheer for U of A Golden Bear Carter Kettle, who makes the catch.
Who, again, I don't think he's had a bust in camp. I don't think he's dropped the pass in camp. And smart receiver finds a soft spot in the zone, past the first down sticks, and that is a first down for the Elks. And it's been a long time since we said that.
And it's first down from the Calgary 52. Motion starts. Zabrowski rolls to the right side, looks and throws, and that's complete to Benjamin Victor. He gets bumped and thrown out of bounds, and that got the Elks bench a little upset, but Victor's okay. He waves back and says, it's okay, I got it. Don't worry about it. And heads back out to jump into the huddle. It's going to be about a yard short of a first down.
Blake Carney's fired up tonight. This is preseason game number 2. He and Fortner were very upset at the way Victor was treated at the end of that play.
He got a direct shot to the head there. I think that's why they're not happy.
Okay, there you go.
Thanks. That's Gord Hines down on the sidelines. There's the short yardage play for the Elks.
Snyder again.
And it looks like they'll get that. It'll be a first down for Edmonton. Or will it? Yes.
And that's going to do it. It's a cash today. First down, Elks.
And we have an injury timeout now with the Calgary Stampeder down. So we will take a break. Elks have the football. They trail 14-8. 11:28 to go in the third quarter of play here at Clark Stadium. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers Edmonton Elks football on 880 CHED. Zabrowski at quarterback. He will hand the football off to Powell. He'll stutter step to the left side now. He'll get to the 35 to the 32. Jumps over the advertising on the far side. Jumps back over the advertising to get back into the play now. Little athleticism there from Shunderick Powell.
And did a great job of getting wide on Tremont Morris-Brash on the Stampeders defensive lineman, because it looked like he had the depth and he had the contain, but great job by Powell to bubble around him and gain 7 yards on that play. So
7 yards.
Good start offensively for this.
7 yards, extra points for leaping over the advertising on the far side of the field. 2nd and 3 now for the Elks from the Calgary 33-yard line. Zabrowski takes the snap, turns, hands it right back to Powell, hits a bit of a wall, but manages to keep going. His feet keep turning, and he'll end up getting something out of nothing, including a first down for the Double E.
I mean, it looked like
he was stopped. Yeah,
it looked like Coley Corey Jr. had him stopped, and he dives underneath his arm. Yep. Just went whoop.
And one guy hanging onto his jersey, another guy grabbed his legs, and he just kept going. Gets first down for the Elks. 1st and 10, ball just outside the 25-yard line. Zabrowski keeps the ball, throws to the right. Almost intercepted. Almost intercepted into and out of the hands of Eric Rasko. He dove back for it. Zabrowski got away with one there.
Might have been looking at the receiver a little bit too much, kind of telegraphed that. But he also was in conversation with Zach Mathis, the intended target, after the play. So maybe a little miscommunication between quarterback and receiver. Fortunate that play was not picked off.
2nd and 10 now. Zabrowski takes a drop, can't find anyone again, so he's going to take off. Flags fly the play. Zabrowski spins away from one defender and rolls his way to the 10-yard line. Another flag comes out after the play comes to an end.
So we might have offsetting penalties here.
Zabrowski looks like he was demonstrating stop, drop, and roll there at the end of that play.
There are 2 fouls against Edmonton on the play. Holding, Edmonton number 84, that penalty is declined. Holding, Edmonton number 56, it's a 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
That's the 2nd penalty for Morkin tonight. Jackson Morkin. So that takes a run and field position away for the Elks. I mean, Zabrowski, that was a run inside the 20-yard line.
From the Calgary 37.
So it's 2nd and 20. Zabrowski has got 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now 3 to the right, 2 to the left as one receiver moves. Here's Zabrowski falling, and he's able to get the ball away at the last second of Powell, but he's taken down quickly, I believe, behind the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd and forever coming up for the Elks. Is this going to be a field goal attempt?
Really bad snap, too. Yeah, field goal attempt for Vincent Blanchard with Jake Julian holding.
Blanchard went almost 78% last year, 35 of 45. His longest was 52. This is his first attempt of the night. And Julian will put the ball down. at around the 48-yard line, let's call it. The pin, the kick, end over end, and it is wide. And it'll go through the end zone, so no point.
The wind picks up that.
So Vincent Blanchard has missed his first attempt of the preseason, and the score remains the same. 14-8. Stampeders lead the Elks here at Clark Stadium. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers, Edmonton Elks football on 880 Chet.
Thanks for joining me on the sideline today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a good game. I mean, it's going to come down to the wire as it always does with these two Alberta teams. I thought the first unit looked really good. We went down the field both drives. Had a little bit of miscommunication on the down and distance on the slant throw to Austin Mack. We thought it was first down. The refs changed it to third down. We turned the ball over, unfortunately, but that's what preseason's for. It kind of worked out those kinks.
Yeah, everybody, even the refs got to work out the kinks, right? Hey, you know what? In the first game versus BC, limited reps. You didn't really get a chance to get into a rhythm. Today, a little bit more time. Put a drive together, ended in a touchdown. Tell us what that means, going into week one, getting the chance to actually get some production on the field.
Yeah, a ton. I lobbied with Ed and Killam and Jordan about more playing time, and so two really good drives with our starting offense. And we had a lot of receivers that we rested, just who are nicked up, but we moved the ball down the field, and we should have had 2 touchdowns. Obviously, the mishap that happened, but finishing with the Cole Snyder touchdown, the guys are ready for week one.
Awesome. One more question for you here. Self-proclaimed not the best preseason quarterback. Your words, not mine. Let's get a quick Cody Fajardo self-grade here.
I give myself a B for today. B. There's that third down's going to haunt me. If I got to look to the sideline too and help us out. But that might be one of my better preseason games.
I think Morley already gave you an A+. So there we go. All right. Like I said, he's trying to suck up. All right. Hey, thanks for joining me on the sideline. Good luck this season. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much. It's going to be a great year for the Elks.
Yeah. Thanks, Cody.
All right. Thanks, Gord. Good job, Gordon. Cody Fajardo. I'm glad Cody let you get a word in edgewise there as well. I don't know what's going on. The ball's bouncing around all over the place after that play, and on the far side, I'm not sure who recovered it. Kind of got a mess to sort out. And I'll admit, I was looking at Cody Fajardo and Gord Hines. Gord, did you see what happened?
No, I'll be honest with you. I was trying to just get myself back together here. It looked like Calgary ended up with it at the end of the play, but the Elks definitely had possession for a second.
Calgary, number 68. Penalties declined. Third down.
Okay.
All right, it's going back to third down for Calgary. And that'll bring out the punt team. Getting a look at it now as Woolridge ended up getting hit at the end of the play. I think it was Jabome who gave him the hit. He spun, and no, that was Tamari Fox from behind got a hold of him. I think it was Tennyson who delivered the hit. Jabome was in at the end of the play, but he lost the football, and the Stampeders did indeed recover it. And now they're kicking it away. 6:57 to go in the third quarter. Elks trail the Stampeders 14-8. Here's the punt, and that's a good punt, and it forces Powell back inside his 35. Across the 40, across the 45, spins, and then gets hit. Should mark that one around the 47-yard line or so.
Flag down as well.
Powell, as he returns the Dawson Hodge punt.
With the ball in flight, holding, Edmonton, number 51. It's a 10-yard penalty, first down, Edmonton.
Could be a little darker finish to this game because the lights, obviously not as many lights up here at Clark as we see at Commonwealth, and the sun's starting to go down now. Of course, we were an hour late starting this one.
Better together. Bring your team, your office, your entire friend group, even that weird.
We're also, it's getting a little dark in the booth too. Need a miner's helmet pretty soon. All right, we're going to take a break. 14-8. Stampeders lead the Elks. Just about 6.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. From Clark Stadium, this is your Alberta Ford Dealers, Edmonton Elks football on 880 Chet.
Are being built, while major tech companies are setting up offices in our cities. And we're producing more oil than just a couple of years ago. Smart policy, low taxes, and the hard work of every Albertan is why our province continues to lead. In Alberta, we just call it getting the job done.
Danielle Smith and the UCP, getting the job done. This is Edmonton Edmonton Elks football, live from the Leading Edge Physiotherapy Broadcast Center on 880 CHAD.
On first down, Powell with the carry gets about 7 yards on the play. Second down and 3 coming up for the Elks. They're on their own 32-yard line. Zach Zabrowski still in at quarterback. He waits for the snap, gets it, drops back. Going down now in the backfield as he gets caught from behind and taken down on the play, and that'll be the first sack of the night for the Calgary Stampeders defense, and Tremone Morris-Brash will get it. And that'll bring out the punt team for the Elks. Jake Julian stands inside his 10.
The flow of this game has really kind of skidded to a halt. That was a good play, though, defensively for the Stampeders. 3 flags, I think.
This might be 13 men on the field.
Yeah.
Watley receives the punt. He's dancing around. Now he's coming to the back to the near side. He's got some room across the 45 to the 35 to the 40 to the 45 before he's finally caught from behind and taken down on the play. Alston with showing some great speed to catch the receiver from defensive end. Shouldn't be able to catch a receiver, I don't think, but he did. So great burst of speed there. We got a couple of flags down. Officials talking it over. Here comes Justin McGinnis.
2 penalties against Calgary. Too many players against Calgary, and we have a misconduct penalty against the bench. Up 20 yards, first down.
Yeah, so it sounds like the bench didn't believe that there was too many players on the field.
So the offense should be offense ball, shouldn't it? Yep.
Well, yeah, now the defense saying, hey, we're not supposed to be out here. They start jogging off the field, and the offense will go back to work.
Fans, there's still time to get your 50-50 tickets.
All right, looks like we're going to take another break. It's a 14-8 game, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter of play here at Clark Stadium. Stampeders lead the Elks. This is your Alberta Ford dealers, Edmonton Elks football on 880 CHAD.
Physiotherapy Broadcast Center on 880 CHAD.
Shunderick Powell with the run as he gets the ball handed to him, and he'll be close to a first down. Looks like it's going to be second and a yard. I'll put the ball down at around the 51-yard line on the Elks side of center field. Edmonton with the football. They trail 14-8 to the Calgary Stampeders. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. We haven't had any points for a long time, have we? It's been a while.
Nope.
Things have slowed to a preseason crawl in the back half of this game. There's another handoff, and I think that might be good for the first down. It is, and that'll move the sticks.
Push forward for a catch today.
The ball movement's been better in this quarter. No points to show for it, though, as Vincent Blanchard misses a 48-yard field goal. There's pressure on Blanchard this year. I mean, like you say, 78% field goal success rate in between that opening game and like the final 3 games of the season where he was not very effective. He was about a high 80% kicker. So he's got to get back to that.
He had a good run for the middle stretch of the year, that's for sure. Here's Powell taking the ball from the swinging out from the backfield. He'll get across the 50 and maybe even across the 45. Either way, it'll be a first down for the Elks. They'll move the chains, and it'll be first down from the 44-yard line.
I like what we see out of this Shunderick Powell. Just a simple little swing pass, and you wonder if, this is what we're going to see a little bit more, is the back utilized in swing passes or screen passes.
That was out of the backfield in a reception, but he's 5 for 32 on the ground. He's the Elks' leading rusher in this game.
Isaiah Knight now with the carry.
Back into the game now, Isaiah Knight is, so he spells off Shunderick Powell.
He's brought down just short of the 40.
Isaiah Knight's also had a couple of good games and a good camp. Draft pick from last year. Balls to just about the 40-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Elks. 2.5 to go in the third quarter of play. Zach Zabrowski at quarterback. There's the snap. Two-step drop. He throws, and it goes incomplete. Intended on the far side for Benjamin Victor, but he can't squeeze it. And that'll bring out Julian again for to hold, and it's going to be Blanchard with a field goal attempt.
Third down.
He's putting the ball down at the tee down at around the 47-yard line. So you just said, Dave, he missed from 48 earlier.
It looks like the wind's at his back here too. So this is 47, far left hash marks.
Snap, the pin, the kick. And it is true and through. And the Elks edge a little closer, making a 14-11 game on a 47-yard field goal from Vincent Blanchard. Lots of time to go still in this game. That's the first points of this half.
You got it. You know what you're doing.
14-11 Calgary leads. He'll take the ball on the 40-yard line. Now the Stamps a man short on the O-line, so they send two out. Warwick has to exit and heads back to the bench now. And we get a new quarterback for the Stampeders as Jacoby Criswell is into the game. He'll take the snap, turn, hand the ball off to Stewart. He'll go up the middle. It's across the 45 to the 47. Flags come out.
That's number 11, Jacoby.
Be about a 6 or 7 yard gain on the play for the Stampeders. But a penalty flag. And Justin McInnes will fill us in.
Signals against the Stamps.
Unnecessary roughness, Calgary, number 68. 15 yards from the end of the play, second down.
That's the second penalty of the game for number 68, DeAndre.
Needless penalty for the Stampeders after a pretty positive game.
Calgary gets pushed back into their own territory.
Buford with the penalty call against him. And that's going to set up a 2nd and 20, I believe, from the 31-yard line. Minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Criswell at quarterback for the Stampeders out of East Tennessee last year. Also played college at North Carolina and Arkansas. Takes the snap, takes the drop, dumps the ball off to Stewart. He's corralled from behind and taken down on the play. That was Jabruner who got in and made the tackle.
That's Richard Jabruner with the tackle on two.
Well, we're seeing the defense come out here as well with a renewed focus. And
going to bring up the Calgary kicking team.
They've been making some good plays. Good play by Jabruner there.
Jordan Williams has been a great cheerleader tonight. He, of course, starting on the D-line in this game. I've been watching him a couple times tonight, and he's running out with a towel and waving it at everybody who makes a good play offensively or defensively, and it's kind of cool to see. So good series for the defense, and the offense is going to get the ball back now after this punt. I think that's Keyshawn Johnson back to return
Time
it.
count violation, Calgary, number 70. It's 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
And penalties on the punter, Dawson Hodge.
I'm not sure if Calgary had the right personnel out there or someone came out late.
Guys, I don't know what was going on because the time clock at the end of the end zone where Calgary's looking still had 1 second on when the whistle was blown.
Okay.
So I think maybe there's an issue with timing between the two clocks. I don't know if that should have been a penalty.
I think it might be Luther, 88, not 86 back. Can't see the second number. Here comes the punt, and
not a good punt.
It is Luther, and he'll shoot up to take it. That should be a no yards penalty.
Smart play by Luther to step up.
Ran up and got the ball in traffic, and should get the no yards penalty.
Bassett has had a rough night punting for the Stampeders.
No yards, Calgary, number 40. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Jackson still not the guilty party.
So I'm guessing one more series for Zach Zabrowski, or
I would think
19 seconds for him to work with as he gets the ball on the 40-yard line. So a great place to start. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. I imagine he'll get the rest of this series if it carries over into the fourth quarter. Elks down by 3. It's a 14-11 game. Clock is running. Zabrowski waits for the snap. Motion now from the left side to the right side by the receiver. Zabrowski throws that way. It is complete to the 30-yard line, and that'll be good for a first down. Keyshawn Johnson with the reception. And another flag.
Another flag.
Keyshawn Johnson, we do have a flag.
So that one came out late, too. Officials are meeting to sort this one out. Points After Show is coming up after the fourth quarter, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky. Others can try to imitate, but no one can duplicate.
15-yard penalties against Calgary number 98 and Edmonton number 56. Second down.
No one can duplicate the great flavor of Wilhauk Beef Jerky, only available in Leduc.
For the Elks
and apparently my briefcase.
Stampeders.
So it's 2nd and 1 for the Elks. Ball is just outside the 30-yard line. Bringing some heavies in now. And Cole Snyder to run things at quarterback.
Now Mark Kellum's coming off the sideline to say something.
He's got questions, obviously, but he's not getting any answers from the officiating crew. And now we're at the end of the third quarter, and we're going to go down to the other end to finish it off. And we're also going to take a break. 3 quarters in the bank, 14-11. Calgary Stampeders lead the Edmonton Elks. Elks have the ball, and they're pushing for points. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers Edmonton Elks football on 880 Check.
Offensively, Teva Moaga Clemens, Leonard Johnson, Kenny Logan Jr., Ladarius Tennyson, and Jaron Joseph have 2 tackles each.
Cole Schneider pushes ahead for the first down in the short yardage situation. Got to take a moment now to just admire the footwear of O.J. Hilaire. I don't know what he's got on, but they are wonderfully sparkly, and they keep catching my eye in the huddle and when he's walking around.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
They're once you see it, you can't unsee it. They with the reflection of the lights, they look like those shoes the kids wear that light up as they walk, right? He goes out with those fancy shoes and lines up at the 30-yard line. Pass goes the other way, though, and it is complete. And that is Benjamin Victor who makes the reception, and that's a big gain and a first down for the Edmonton Elks.
Yeah, Victor trying to get some work done here as well. That's only his second catch of the game for 19 yards. He's been targeted 4 times. Just a little slant pattern over the middle. And for Zabrowski, now 6 of 9 for 50 yards.
1st and 10 from the 29-yard line for the Elks. Zabrowski will take the snap, roll to the left, throw. That's complete inside the 10-yard line. And another reception, this one for O.J. Hilaire, who makes the catch. And the Elks move inside the Condon Motorsports Red Zone. Condon Motorsports, join them Saturday, June 6th for their 3rd annual Ride for Charity in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation.
That's another catch today.
First catch for Hilaire tonight, and he's got to get some work done here in this quarter. I think there's some receivers that may have passed him.
It'll be 1st and goal Edmonton from the Calgary side.
Yeah, the receiver part is going to be interesting, an interesting breakdown for the Elks coaching staff. There's the snap, and straight ahead with the football, and moving to the 2-yard line.
Bounces out about
after the carry are the Elks. That'll be Powell with the carry again. Showed some good power there.
Powell is held just short of the goal line.
And that'll take the ball to the 2. It's going to be 2nd and goal coming up for the Elks.
14, Cole Snyder.
Cole Schneider into the game now, so it looks like the Elks are going short yardage. They'll have a couple of cracks to get it in. Schneider takes the snap, pushes ahead, rolls over the pile, and they're up. Edmonton, touchdown Elks. Cole Schneider into the end zone. He's got a pair, and the Elks have the lead.
Well, it looked like he was stopped, but yeah, it was that roll that got him over the end zone and got that ball to break the plane. So second touchdown of the night for Cole Snyder.
And third of the preseason. And obviously getting the job done in those short yardage situations.
Nice job, too, by the receivers as well. The block. But that O-line again, I mean, they got over the line. But that was a good surge by that Calgary front, though. And if Snyder did not spin, might not have broke the plane.
Blanchard from the 32 puts it through, and it's a lead for the Elks, 18-14 with 12:15 to go in the fourth quarter of play. From Clark Stadium, this is your Alberta Ford Dealers Edmonton Elks football on 880 CHED. 2 touchdowns in this game. Right now, though, it's going to be Calgary football after the kickoff. Wadley and Janusis back to return the kick for the Stampeders. And it's going to be a shorter kick that is returned up to the 45-yard line or so.
When is going to hold that kickoff?
The ball really hung up there. I mean,
yeah.
It's like Gord, is the wind starting to pick up down there?
A touch, but it doesn't feel like it's as bad as the ball's reacting to it. It might be a little bit more up top, but that's 2 kicks that have gone, I guess, north that have hung way up in the air. So it's definitely affecting. So, I mean, if there's a field goal coming this way, you could definitely add a few more yards.
Flags and the goalposts are going, but the flags at the top of Commonwealth Stadium, as I look over that way, they're really flying. They're fighting a battle up there with the wind right now. Here's the Stampeders with the football now. First down, big throw down the sidelines to Watley. He juggled it and drops it at around the 30. He had his hands on it. He had both hands on it, but was playing hot potato and couldn't seal the deal.
That pass broken up by number 30.
That's a pretty good throw by Criswell. In the hands of Watley and just could not bring that ball in, as he had the separation on the defensive back on that play.
He's got great speed. Used it to get open, but then just couldn't squeeze the football at the end of the play. 2nd and 10 coming up from their own 45-yard line for the Stampeders. Criswell at quarterback for the Stampeders, their third QB of the game. Vernon Adams Jr. did not dress in this game. Criswell will throw. That one is complete across the center field marker to about the Edmonton 50. That'll be good for a first down for the Stampeders, as Davison makes the catch on the far side.
Number 18, Ryan Davison, brought down by Ladarius.
So the ball's on about the 51 of the Elks now. 1st and 10, 11 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Criswell out of the East Tennessee University. Five yards back of center to wait for the step. There it is. Flags come out again. Criswell dancing a little bit. Now takes off up the middle himself. He'll slide at the 45-yard line. He'll get about 6 yards on the play.
Well, we do have a flag on the...
But we got a flag to deal with.
Offside, Calgary, number 86. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
So that'll make it 1st and 15 coming up for the Stampeders. We've officially reached the part of the evening where I need my cell phone light to look at my notes. It's getting dark.
We forgot about lighting in this makeshift booth.
An hour delay. It was a little over an hour, I guess, right, before we got the game underway, just after 8 o'clock, I believe it was.
We'll have light in the booths going forward now.
We got 10 minutes and 15 seconds left in the preseason right now. And the ball's handed off by the Stamps, and that'll go up the middle for a couple on that 1st and 15 play.
Brought down after a short game by number 77, B.J. Thompson. Give him 3 yards
we've seen a lot today weather-wise, man. We had some glorious weather. Very hot, very muggy. We had some lightning storms and some rain, which delayed the game. And
second down.
It's comfortable now, but obviously windy. I think we're done with the rain for tonight.
People may sleep better tonight.
I'd assume so. 2nd and 12. Criswell takes the snap. He's going again up the middle across the 50. He'll get a first down. We'll cut to the left side, be taken down at around the 35-yard line. So he'll move the ball and get the Stampeders into a pretty good field position just across the Elks 35-yard line.
I'm not sure if that was a design draw play from the quarterback or if he just saw, because it looked like very, very quick. Yeah, I don't think that was the design. I think he saw the opening of that Elks defense just open up so much, and he went right up the middle.
That opening's been there a couple of times tonight. We've seen the Stampeder quarterbacks go after it. 1st and 10 from the 34, the Elks now. Criswell turns, he'll hand this one off, and it'll be up across the 30, close to the 25-yard line.
That one, he'll be brought down.
On the play, Choquette into the game at running back now for the Stampeders.
DK Bonhomme with the tackle.
2nd and a couple coming up from the 27-yard line. Elks lead it by 4, 18-14 over the Stampeders. 8:20 to go in the 4th quarter of this game. Criswell's going to go under center and follow the O-line, and that's a long 2, and I don't know if he got there or not. He'll get one more crack at it if he didn't.
All of those players are there.
They're going to peel them all apart now.
Looks like seeing the side judge walk up
He does not
the field.
It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Short, yeah.
All right, now it's time to get loud. It's a 3rd down.
7:42 to go. Elks up by 4, but the Stampeders are pushing right now from the 25-yard line. Again, Criswell goes under center, and he should have that one. Therese Reed got a hold of him, but I don't think he stopped them soon enough. He got up quickly and looked across at the flags, the sticks, to see where they were, and it's a first down for Calgary. Meyer and Fox come back into the game on the defensive line now for the Elks.
It's been a very long drive here for the Stampeders as play number 9 is coming up. And just doing a quick scan, their longest drive of the game is 12. So this is their 2nd longest drive of the game.
Criswell quickly releases to the right side. It's caught by Choquette, but he is stuck immediately by Reed. And it'll be a lot shorter of a gain than it could have been. He gets about 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up. Now, officially, they're giving him 4, so 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
Well, Justin Pace, who was lined up, the linebacker lined up as an extra edge rusher, he really got into the face of Criswell. He had to throw that ball quick, and then good stick by Reed.
From the 20 at the Common Motorsports red zone. The snap to Criswell. He's in some trouble, runs to the right side. A couple of Elks get hands on him. Now he's free inside the 10, inside the 5, and to the goal line. Does he get in? No signal.
Keeper, he'll be brought down.
Missed tackles everywhere on that field. That should have been a big play for the Elks defense, and
they could have had him behind the line of scrimmage, it looked like.
There's a couple missed tackles for sure. Then players just that are on the ground, defenders shouldn't be on the ground in open field.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line inside the Common Motorsports red zone. Join them Saturday, June 6th for their 3rd annual Ride for Charity in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation. Criswell goes under center. He'll push to the left side and finds an easy pass into the end zone. Touchdown Calgary, and the Stampeders will go back on top. 20-18 now, pending the convert.
Well, we got a back and forth game here all of a sudden in the 4th quarter, so That's going to be a disappointing end of this defensive series. I mean, Criswell with really good job, though, to navigate the pocket. But 2 missed tackles. It was Justin Pace that really had a chance on that previous play to bring down Criswell, and I think it was just too high of a tackle attempt. So disappointing end here, and a chance for the Stamps here to get the PAT and make this a 3-point lead on the Elks.
There's the kick, and it is up and through, and it is that 3-point lead. 21-18, the Stampeders now lead the Elks. We've got 4 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the 4th quarter of play between the Elks and the Stampeders. All right, we're going to take a break. And
15-yard penalty on the kickoff. Convert is good.
As we suspected. All right, let's take a break. 21-18, Elks trail the Stampeders. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers, Edmonton Elks football on 880 CHED. Bit, but both teams generating some offense now, and we're going to have a finish in this one. Elks down by 3. They're about to get the football back as it is brought up across the 20 to the 25 to the 30. I think that's Luther with the ball, and he goes heavily into the board advertising and knocks them down. Knocked, I think, the camera down. Did he get you, Gord? Gord's right down there in the middle of it. He's picking up his microphone. Did they get
Sorry,
you?
as I collect my microphone off the ground. Yeah, I got it. That's okay.
Toughest guy he ever hit, I bet.
Yeah, oh, definitely. He's feeling that one tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break again. It is Elks football. They're down by 3 with 4:47 to go. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers, Edmonton Elks football on 880 CHED.
21-18 with just under 5 minutes left to play. Elks take the ball here with the offense. One thing that has come to my mind is I'm liking how the Elks running backs, the second and third, we got Isaiah Knight and Taylor Powell. They're hitting the ball. They're hitting the line. They're being aggressive, which is something that we like to see. Something that we know Justin Rankin can do. But it's nice to see these guys attacking the line of scrimmage, and they're getting positive yards.
All right, Gord, thanks very much. Gord down on the sidelines. Cole Schneider now in at quarterback. Now he's heading to the sidelines. He flipped that ball to Hicks on the first play of that series, and Julian Hicks took it for 9 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 1 coming up.
Whoever's on the field now, you got to get your work in real quick here, because time is running out to make an impression. Oh boy, and that's the wrong impression.
Elks O-lineman.
Procedure, Edmonton, number 55. It's 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
And the Elks doing something different there. Aloha Latundras Regimbald out at quarterback. The quarterback in college who's converting to a receiver was drafted by the Elks this year. But we don't know what they had on because that play's over now. And they're going back. Instead of 2nd and 1, the penalty makes it 2nd and 6 for the Elks, and Cole Schneider's back into the game. Schneider 2 touchdowns tonight on short yardage situations. He's 5 yards back of center, gets the ball, looks right and throws downfield and up into the air for that. Was Hilaire, but doesn't hang on to it.
Incomplete.
It's incomplete, and it's 3rd down.
Timeout, Edmonton.
There you go, and the Elks have called themselves a timeout here. 3:20 to go now in the game. Don't forget the drive of the game coming up post-game. Stay tuned for that. Brought to you by your Alberta Ford Dealers.
That's a tough catch for O.J. Hilaire, but he was in a real hand fight, the Calgary defender. I thought if he was a little too shallow, if he got a little more depth.
Jumping up backwards and falling back.
Yeah.
He got a hand on it, but that was about it. So Jake Julian's going to kick this one away. Kalen Horton is back to return the kick. He stands at his 30. Jake Julian steps into it. Another high, but not as deep. Looked like that one got hung up in the wind, too. And it bounces around at around the 50 before somebody falls on it.
The Elks avoid the no yards call.
Yeah.
They had about 3 or 4 in that.
Man, that ball just stopped in the air.
Sure did.
The turn goes nowhere.
Stampeders going to work with a 3-point lead. Now 3 minutes to go. They can seal this one here.
Can the defense get a stop here to get the ball back to their offense for a chance to drive to win the game?
First and 10 from their own 49-yard line.
3-minute warning.
And we're going to take a break because it's 3-minute warning, and that's one of the new rules this year. As soon as it hits 3 minutes, the whistle blows, and they take the break no matter if the plays, they used to let you run the play off, but not anymore. So we'll take the 3-minute warning. Elks down by 3 with 3 minutes to go. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers Edmonton Elks football on 880 CHED.
RP Broadcast Center on 880 CHED.
Woolridge into the game at quarterback for the Stampeders, and he goes down on a sack. I believe that was Pace who got in and made the sack and takes him down behind the line of scrimmage.
He plays the game very downhill with a lot of force and a lot of violence.
Both games he's made an impact. 4th-round draft pick this year, 35th overall out of Queens. He had 3 tackles, a knockdown, and a sack last week. He's got another sack this week. Here's Wooldridge again, dropping back, waiting. He's going down again. The Elks got him again. This time it's Richard Jabooner.
Defense doing their job, back-to-back sacks. They will give the ball back to their offense.
It's a 3rd down, Calgary.
And boy, just protection broke down big time. I mean, Gavin Meyer was in there early. And he's the one that really crushed the pocket. That allowed Jabooner to beat his man and to give him the time to take the shoelaces away from Woolridge. So Cole Snyder and the
Calgary
offense have a chance.
challenging the previous play for roughing the passer. Play will be reviewed.
Yeah, they maybe felt it was at the knees. I was wondering that a little bit too when I saw the end of the play.
All right, so we'll see.
You would at least challenge it if you're Dave Dickinson.
Is there?
The thing is, I don't think there's a command center.
There's no command center.
I think there's a game supervisor.
I don't know if they have access to replays.
No.
Other than the ones they get here, and they're getting one now as they get it on the scoreboard. I guess they're watching on CFL Plus, and
I don't know. I think
it was low.
It was low, but he had he wrapped the ankle.
So he didn't hit him. He just wrapped him up. So
I don't think that's illegal. If you hit at the knees, it's illegal.
We'll wait and see what the call from the command center is.
Wherever it is tonight.
Or whatever's going on, yeah. Big swing in the game, though, on that play. That's for sure. The Elks with back-to-back sacks to force a punt.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. 3rd down.
All right.
That's the right call.
Back-to-back sacks for the Elks defense, and they've forced the punt.
We've got some excitement here at the end of this.
Elks are going to get the football back with about 2.5 minutes to go, down by 3. Luther's back to return it. He stands inside his 20-yard line to wait for the kick. Stampeders rush to the line of scrimmage. There's the snap, and here comes the kick. That's a pretty good one. Luther will take it at his 22 inside the numbers. He'll try to cut outside, but doesn't get there. Instead goes down at the 35-yard line. So that's where Cole Snyder will go to work, try to get a game-winning drive put together for the Elks.
Brought down.
Or dare I say tie the game? Send us to overtime?
I don't think we'd be going to overtime, Morley. I think they'd be calling it.
21-18 to score. The Elks trail the Calgary Stampeders. 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go. Elks will start 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Cole Snyder at quarterback. He will throw. That's complete to Carter Kettle. He'll spin and head right to the sticks where he'll get a 1st down for the Elks.
Snyder did a good job in the pocket, just going through his reads. And then Kettle opens up in the middle of that zone defense. And what I like again, Morley, he's right near the stick, so he just catches the ball, turns it up, gets the first down.
So reliable he has become. Just 2 games into it, but man, he makes catches. We've seen him all through training camp make big catches as well. Got a big one there to get a first down for the Elks to their own 45.
My feeling is he's won a job.
1:43 to go now. Schneider takes the snap, looks right, throws right. Oh no! Through the hands of Keyshawn Johnson. He might have scored on that. He had a big hole, and the ball went through his hands.
How about Keyshawn Johnson?
Around the 45 of the Stampeders.
That's sadly what could lose you a job in a preseason game. That was in his hands. That he just flat out dropped it.
That's painful.
Yeah, it is.
2nd and 10 now.
Does he get another chance to redeem himself here?
Hilaire goes out wide to the left side. Everybody else going to line up. Johnson on the right side. He now goes up to the line of scrimmage. Here's the throw.
Again.
That's complete to Kettle again. He keeps going inside the 40-yard line. Carter Kettle keeps catching the football.
And again, a big part of Kettle's game is his yards after the catch ability, but this is being backed up now. Oh boy.
Illegal interference, blocking downfield, Edmonton number 19.
Oh my gosh.
10-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
That's Oyola.
Tondras Reginald with the penalty call against him, blocking downfield.
So it's basically blocking downfield before Kettle had the ball in his hands. What a cost.
That turns a first down at about the 40-yard line to 2nd and 20.
Think about the last 2 plays. Keyshawn Johnson drops a sure catch. And then Kettle with a great catch and run, and then it's all taken away because of a penalty by Tondras Reginald.
Well, they're going to have to do it the hard way now. They're at their own 35-yard line, 2nd and 20.
Edmonton is challenging the ruling on the previous play of blocking downfield. Play will be reviewed.
So I didn't know you could do that.
Going back to the command center. Elks will start the regular season on the road a week from tomorrow in Ottawa. Then they get the bye week, and then June 20th, they'll be back in the big barn over at Commonwealth Stadium for their game against the Montreal Alouettes and their home opener on June the 20th.
That's a 2 o'clock start, I believe.
Yeah, tickets on sale. And that means, I think that means they'll be cooking breakfast at the tailgate, right?
Yes. Yeah. I don't think Mark Gillum's going to win this challenge. Because that Tondras Reginald, he threw a block when that ball was in the air.
Which is a no-no.
But you know what? You have the flag in your pocket. You might as well throw it and see what happens.
Yeah.
I just don't see this.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Edmonton loses their timeout.
There's no chance.
90 seconds to go. 2nd and 20 coming up for the Elks from their own 35-yard line. What a turn of events the last couple of plays to drop the ball and then the penalty.
From the Edmonton 35.
Cole Schneider waits for the snap. He's got Powell to his right. He'll block as Schneider drops back. Here comes the pressure. And down goes Cole Schneider.
Big play for the Stampeders defense.
What a turn for the Elks. The dropped ball, the penalty, the sack. And that pushes him to 3rd down. And maybe their last opportunity.
Schneider just couldn't locate a receiver. He had time to throw the football, but Jake Julian is coming out to punt this ball away. So letting their defense.
It's 3rd and 27. So
you're going to put the game in the hands of your defense here.
Even if you don't get it, or even if you get 15 yards or 20 yards, you're going to put Calgary in field goal position. So
the one thing Jake Julian can do is when you think, like you look at where the returner's standing inside the 40, he can back you up. And now plays whistled down here is right before Julian let the ball go.
Kalen Horton back to return it. Caught the ball and threw it to the official, and we're going to do it all over again. Stampeders will open up a week tonight against Winnipeg to start the regular season. First game of the season will be on Thursday night of next week. That's Montreal at Hamilton. Weird start. Saskatchewan, Toronto, and BC all with the bye week in week 1. Here's Horton. He'll take the ball at the 45. Flags down on the play. Another flag comes out. Horton will get just a couple of yards as he falls ahead to the 48-yard line.
Takes that punt.
So we'll wait for the call on the flag.
No yards. Edmonton, number 49, 15-yard penalty, first down Calgary.
Yeah, tough for Justin Pace, who I think has had a pretty solid fourth quarter. But, you know, that's a couple mistakes also that have been costly against him. A missed tackle on Jacoby Criswell that led to a touchdown. And this here puts the Stampeders across midfield. So the defense really under pressure here on a short field to try and get a stop, keep the Stampeders out of field goal range and get the ball back to their offense.
First and 10 from the 52 for the Stampeders. A minute 13 to go in the game. Calgary up by 3. Elks trying to get the ball back to get something going. There's a good stop on the handoff on the first play of this series. Maybe a yard. Second down coming up for the Stampeders. I think they're going to call it 2nd and 10 still.
And the Elks out of timeouts as well, so they cannot stop the clock from rolling.
Second down, 10 yards to go.
When the official blows the play in.
Ball still on the 52, 2nd and 10.
The Stampeders taking every second they can.
5 seconds on the play clock now. There's the snap, handoff. Another flag comes out on the play. Oh, my goodness. Ball's across the 50 to about the 47. Won't be good for a first down. It's going to be 3rd down. And I think this would be about a 55-yard field goal if they do that, depending, of course, on what the penalty is going to be.
There's no infraction on the play. 3rd down.
All right.
So what are the Stampeders electing to do here? They're going to attempt this long field goal? Bassett's out.
It looks like it. I think Hodge is coming out. So he's going to make the kick. One for one in week 1 of the preseason for 43 yards against Saskatchewan. This one can give the Stampeders a 6-point lead.
55 yards dead center. It looks like TJ Luther is back to return this in the end zone for the Elks if need be.
Here's the kick. Ball is up, and he's got it.
Flag at the point of the kick, though.
Field goal from Dawson Hodge.
Couldn't have a play without a flag, right?
My guess is too many men, perhaps.
That brings the score. Calgary 24. Elks 18.
Waiting for Justin McInnes and his officials to sort it out.
The offense is coming out for the Stampeders.
Edmonton, number 58.
Pyramiding.
10-yard penalty, first down Calgary.
There's a call that's not made very often.
The good news is it takes the field goal off the board. The bad news is it brings the Calgary offense back out onto the field.
This game's over, I think.
24 seconds left now. The Elks will need a strip and quickly. But will the Stampeders just take a knee or make a play here? They're going to take a knee and wrap this one up. There's the first one.
Kneel down.
And that's the game. That's another new rule as well. They don't have to kneel down 3 times to get to the finish line if the other team has no timeouts left. Which
that's
is
so weird.
So
that's so NFL.
It's so NFL. The clock is winding down now. 10, 9, 8, 7 seconds, and everybody's on the field to shake hands. It's all all over here at Clark Stadium. A night at the Knothole ends with some excitement. There was some preseason game, man. It was good for parts and bad for parts. 21-18. The Calgary Stampeders are going to win it. The Stamps will finish the preseason 2-0. The Elks will finish the preseason with a 1-1 record, but that doesn't really matter. It's on to the next one, which will be, of course, in Ottawa on Saturday. We're going to take a break, come back. We're going to talk to some players and the coach real quick here on the sidelines before they head over to Commonwealth Stadium. We'll be back with the post-game show. Final score, 21-18. Stampeders over the Elks. This is your Alberta Ford Dealers, Edmonton Elks football on 880 CHED.